Let me tell you, ain't no river high enough, ain't no ocean deep enough, ain't no desert hot enough to keep me off your ass, baby.
Unfiltered.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all are doing good. Take a seat, get comfortable, and let's address what everybody has been talking about these last couple of days, and that is the divorce announcement of Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. After being together for 14 years and married for 11, it is officially over. And although we don't know the reason why they are getting a divorce, one thing we do know is that Kandi filed. She made that very clear.
Okay. I filed for divorce on Friday. And yeah. Right now it's a pretty crazy time. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me.
Once she made the announcement, everybody started speculating, of course. Did Todd cheat?
The guy said that last time they went to the Ultimate Club, Carmen was sitting on his lap. When he told me that, I said, oh, hell, I paid double for that.
Could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
Was Kandi too much of a dominant power woman for him? Was it the threesomes? Kandi's sex drive? And some people even blame Momma Joyce.
And me being the Taurus that I am, I like to keep those moments to myself.
Today we are going to take a deep dive and, of course, unpack all of that. And I need your opinion. Are money, power, in-laws, and inviting third parties to the bedroom potential relationship killers? Or are they not? Let's talk about it. Let's go. Now, before we start, you already know how I do. For the people that do not know who Kandi Burruss is, Kandi Burruss is a famous singer and songwriter. She won a Grammy, actually, and a successful business entrepreneur. You could better describe her as a business mogul. Kandi knows how to flip a coin, and she quickly pivoted her career onto TV. So from TV shows to her own products, Bedroom Kandi, to writing and producing Broadway plays, to opening restaurants and owning her own trucking companies. Kandi does it all. But doing it all doesn't necessarily always mean having it all. And you know, guys, some might say a marriage of 11 years and a relationship of 14 is actually a success. It is a successful run for many. However, Kandi has never really been lucky in love. Now let's look at Kandi's previous relationship. And although she dated quite a lot in the past, there were about 3 long-term relationships and the rest were just here and there, just like we all did back in the days. Now let's look at her first serious relationship, which was with Russell Spencer, aka Block. Now Kandi talked a lot about him in her reality shows. He really didn't have much of a relationship with her daughter, and she was with him from the year 2000 to the year 2002. Now after that, she also had a relationship with AJ, also known as Jewel. Now she was with him from the year 2008. They actually got engaged in 2009. Unfortunately, he lost his life due to violence. They had a fight outside a club, if I remember that correctly. Now we could see in Kandi's reality TV series that she had quite a hard time coping with the death of AJ. And even though their engagement was called off in 2009, it felt like she really never got over his death. Now, she also dated Gerald Levert, Jermaine Dupri, and numerous of other people. And those were small relationships, not really serious. But then, in 2011, there was Todd Tucker. Now, Kandi and Todd Tucker met each other during filming for her reality TV series. Not her series, but Bravo's reality TV series, Real Housewife of Atlanta. And Todd was a line producer at that show. They hit it off immediately. Great chemistry, same dreams and aspirations, and Kandi was ready to settle down. But the question is, was Todd also ready?
That's my point. I wasn't down for having a sneak creep or a fun time, just be fun with somebody I have to actually put in work for. Like, that's too much. You know, if, like, to me, when you put in a lot of effort, it's somebody you really plan to be with.
So if you put in work, you got to lock them down.
Right. I'm gonna give you more effort if I know we really trying to plan a future together, or we really trying to see if this could work. You know what I mean?
So you were at that point where you wanted a future, and so that's the ultimatum of, I don't want to sneak around, you ready to get serious, or let's keep it pushing. So do you agree you gave me an ultimatum?
Too much work to not have a title.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, yeah, I definitely had to say to you, like, yo, okay, if you don't want to be serious, that's cool, but just let me know what we doing, because if that's what you want to do, then I ain't really gonna be putting no time into this.
Now, as you can see, Kandi gave Todd an ultimatum. But let me ask you this. Is giving someone an ultimatum necessary to give him that, that last final push? Or do you think giving an ultimatum is a recipe for disaster?
The ultimatum is basically a demand followed by a threat, right? So if you don't do this, this is going to happen. These are the consequences of your actions. I'm not doing what I'm asking.
The problem with an ultimatum is you're trying to force somebody to change their behavior, which normally does not work.
Most times when you're presenting that ultimatum, that person is going to feel forced. If they make that decision like, okay, well, you're saying this, I'm just going to do it, then resentment starts to come up.
So you gave me an ultimatum.
Yeah. I did.
And you took it.
Like a sucker. Just went on and did it.
You would have, stepped up and, gave her a title without her giving you an ultimatum, Todd? How long would it have been?
I think eventually, I was just new to Atlanta, so I was fresh meat, you know what I mean?
You gotta lock them down as soon as they get here, girls.
You know, I ain't get to get in them streets like I, probably would have. Not that I even wanted to, because I worked all the time, so it was like a late thing, so it was hard to really date here. But yeah, I think eventually I definitely would have locked her down.
Eventually, see, we ain't got time for that.
Well, think about it. I was only here. I got here in June. I got in Atlanta in June. Me and Kandi linked up in August. I got here June 6th. Me and Kandi linked up August 4th. My ultimatum probably came August 5th or 6th.
Interesting. Now, with Kandi being such a successful businesswoman who has earned a lot of money over the years, calling her a boss lady is an understatement. But where did her partner Todd fit into all of this? Because even though Todd and Kandi were not financially aligned from the beginning, if you ask me, Todd did show her that he was her biggest cheerleader.
Kandi Code Night's first episode went really good. I'm really happy for Kandi. She was on point. She was funny, sexy.
However, guys, being a cheerleader, always ripping and running for someone else, putting your own career on the back burner, can sometimes create resentment.
Everything else we've done together.
Right. Which I thought we was always doing stuff together, and then you tried to cut me out.
I create a lot of things that I don't care that I don't get credit for.
Okay.
Anything I create, Kandi, da-da-da-da.
Todd definitely seems resentful towards me.
I've given my energy to everything that you do.
Even when we do things together, people don't recognize his talents.
And then here, guys, is where it gets tricky for me. You see, I believe that money equals power. And whoever controls the resources often controls the relationship. And as a woman, guys, no matter how much you desire softness, sometimes you subconsciously end up playing a masculine role.
If we don't work out, I got to get out the damn house in 30 days? How do I find a house in 30 days?
In your past relationship, when y'all broke up, did you just keep living together?
No, but if I need some time to find a place, if we have a child...
Okay, well, if we break up, then you can go in the guest house and not stay in the main house.
But that seems reasonable.
And then meanwhile, men, especially when insecure, can sometimes feel lost and emasculated.
I didn't know anything about trucking.
Exactly. You still don't.
That's not true.
Now, I'm not saying this happened between Kandi and Todd in their relationship, but I am saying this sometimes can become a problem between two partners. Or am I wrong?
I said this is my opinion as a man. Like, even in your situation, say if you walk around and you like, well, that's mine, that sticks to your person. Like, your person, like, damn.
As a married woman, and me not saying it's ours, yes.
Yes, if you walk around and say mine a lot, that does trick. I'm not saying the trick is anything negative, but it's definitely felt, my boss women, that these are things that you have to kind of monitor. You know what I
mean? If you're married.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, married. If you're not married, it doesn't matter.
If you're not married, it's yours, baby. It's all yours. You work for it. You ain't got to share with nobody.
Right, but what I will say is...
And it's not even about sharing. It's just the way you word things.
So we have covered ultimatums and we have covered money and power. Let's talk about being aligned sexually. Now, Kandi has always been a sensual and sexual woman with a high sex drive.
I like dick.
clearly I like dig.
And in the beginning, I felt that Todd was more reserved.
When I was younger, I didn't want to go past a certain number. Okay, and you said 7. I think I was like, I said I didn't want to go to 10 or something like. I never wanted to make it to double digits.
Right.
But in my mind, I was like, okay, if I was in a relationship or dating somebody, I'm like, okay, it ain't gonna be nothing. So sometimes it would go oral.
Yes.
A whole
but
oral
I wouldn't let
relationship?
him in it.
So wait, you could be 40 in your mouth, but maybe 8
3 on
down
the
below.
It's just the opposite.
Who does that?
I'm sure, guys, that it was exciting for Todd at first, but then over time, you could clearly see a shift in alignment when it came to sex. Being as busy as Kandi, always searching for the next business venture, I sometimes wonder if she ever saw the early signs of imbalance within their relationship. I'm not saying this is the cause of their divorce, but this is something everyone clearly can see. Maybe not everyone, because I'm sure there's someone in the comments going to say, I didn't see it. I'm not seeing that at all. Okay. Aside from all of this, Kandi and Todd had even more challenges. One of the biggest being blending their families. And of course, Momma Joyce. Now, she is one that caused a great deal of stress within the relationship, especially in the beginning.
You treat him mean. You made him feel uncomfortable in his own house.
That's your house.
It's our house.
But don't let nobody take advantage of you like that.
And even though we all know and, accept that Kandi is a very laid-back individual, a lot of people criticized her for not putting her foot down even more when it came to boundaries between Momma Joyce and Kandi's family.
What was the hold up with your mom and Todd?
My mom.
She don't think anybody's good enough for her daughter, does she?
No, my mom's old school, right?
Yes.
And I mean, I think she would, she would prefer that I had married somebody who had more money than me.
Well, damn.
What?
She want you to marry a Rockefeller, a professional athlete? I mean, what?
I mean, probably. I don't know. I mean, it's that old school mentality.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And and nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm not saying anything.
But you love who you love.
You love who you love. And then on top of that, I just kind of feel like she didn't see the value in my husband.
Right.
Which was yet another thing Todd had no control over, no matter how hard he tried.
Are we working at it?
We working at it.
That's fair.
Even though I do feel you're opportunist.
What do you think I'm getting out of it?
What you getting out of it?
Crazy, right? But through it all, through all the madness, they managed to pivot and build their empire even more. Aside from numerous business ventures, they decided to have kids. They had Ace through IVF, and then they also had Blaze through surrogate. And with Todd already having an older daughter, they were now a beautiful blended family of 4, with all the challenges that come with it. Nevertheless, none of this stopped Kandi and Todd from thriving financially. But were they thriving romantically? Or was it time to add some spice? As y'all know, Kandi has always been vocal about her sexual wants and needs.
And I ain't opposed. You're not opposed to swimming in the pond every
Understood.
And she wasn't shy about adventure either.
First 230 said threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome and it worked just fine. It worked great, actually.
If you ask me, she drugged Todd right into that. I'm sure Todd loved it, but were they really on the same page? I don't know if we'll ever get the real answer to that. However, rumors started quickly circulating, and people were talking about them having smex parties and also having threesomes. Now, I do have to say, Kandi is a real one. She never denied any of these rumors. Actually, she was very open talking about them if people confronted her with such questions.
Do you and Todd currently have threesomes, or is that something that y'all just did early on in y'all little relationship, y'all marriage?
Oh. It doesn't happen that often.
Okay.
It don't happen that often.
It's not
Has
often.
it happened in the past 6 months? Yes.
Oh, well, wait. Oh, okay.
And I always wondered, guys, was Todd as excited about all of this? Or was Kandi blinded by excitement and missed all the signs? Because let me tell you, the streets, they definitely talked.
Ladies and gentlemen, more and more stuff is allegedly coming out. So this is supposed to be Kandi and Todd's girlfriend.
What they saying? What they saying?
Hey, Kandi.
Hey, Kandi.
Hey.
They asking about Kandi. This is my live.
This is my live now.
How y'all let Kandi take over my live? Did y'all come to see me or Kandi? Who is that? Who? Her? Right here? That's Platoon. Miss you on RHOA. They miss you on RHOA.
What's up?
Hello from Vegas.
Hey.
Kandi. Damn. I'm popping. I got 204 people. We lit. We lit.
What do y'all think? Is inviting someone into the bedroom the beginning of the end?
What do you think about having threesomes in a relationship?
I think it's healthy. Bruh. You know what 10, 20, 30 years of being with one person feel like? Imagine you got to be in a relationship with this one man.
You make it sound like jail.
For the next.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But real talk. I think spicing it up every once in a while with a threesome or whatever that spicing it up is in y'all's sexual life, I think that's healthy.
If you're with one woman, why don't you find a way to spice it up with her? Why is it you're bringing other people in the relationship?
Like, that's not spicy.
Is swinging maybe safer? Look at me talking about swinging as if I know anything about this, but you tell me.
I go to swinger parties and I think they're really fun. I think they're amazing for couples. My dream is to have my man come with me or something like that because I think there you get to see a lot of different experiences. You get open to the idea without it being forced on you. Because I think a lot of people think a swinger party is just like everyone's horny and just like come here and attacking you. But no, it's about consent and it's major. No one's going to look, touch, or anything without asking, hey, is it okay if I do this? Is it okay if I watch? And if you guys are feeling frisky, you guys can have sex with each other and other people are watching, and these type of things can be thrills.
Listen, in my opinion, the key question is the difference the issue itself, or is it how each person feels about the difference? You see, to me, unequal yoking only becomes a problem when one person resents the imbalance.
Why is it that many men have a problem with women that have a higher salary bracket?
If the money you make changes your attitude towards men, it's not the fact that you make that amount of money, it's the fact that you're with that amount of money.
No, it's the fact. Men have been conditioned so long to believe that all you have to bring to a relationship is financial. So when they don't have that, and the woman steps up and says, well, I have finances, what else do you have? And they don't have anything else. No communication. They can't talk, they can't cook, they can't clean. So really it's because they realize that they're the in the situation. You're the in the situation. And that's the reason why you're acting like that. That's the reason why.
Or one person abuses the imbalance. Or when people try to change each other and the roles don't feel natural or respected anymore. At the end of the day, if you ask me, no relationship fails overnight. In my opinion, it fails the moment we ignore alignment, silence, needs, or pretending that the imbalance isn't the imbalance. But I don't know. I don't think power, smacks, money, in-laws, they break a relationship. But I do think that the silence around them does. What do you think, guys?
Hey, yo, come here. Yo, fellas, y'all really be tweaking because your lady make more than you? You're fucking out of your mind. At the end of the day, she chose you because of you. I'm confused. If my shorty make more than me, congratulations to her. Like, babe, yo, that's dope. Congrats, yo. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, maybe her career just pays more than my career, which is fine. You know what I mean? We are still equal. She gonna love me the same because I'm me.
Whether you blame the ultimatums, the threesomes, Momma Joyce, or the misalignment, when two people stop choosing each other in the present, the love they built in the past can't save them.
We don't have like a lot of me time lately, and we was getting on each other's nerves.
That's how I feel. But guys, as I always say, what do I know? What do you think, bro, Kandi, and Todd? Tell me in the comments. Well, if you enjoyed this video, I would like to ask you, hit a like, hit a subscribe. The more you like this video, guys, the more this video is getting pushed up in the algorithm. And you know, that is what we as a family want. We want to be seen. I love it that you spend your time with me, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.